Hello?
You okay?
Alright guys, it is still day one. It's about 4:40. We got the sunset at 7:45. Wasn't so lucky this morning. Had 5 different birds gobbling. Apparently I wasn't the only one there. Got in between 2 of them. Heard 3 birds sounded like got shot. But then after that, sounded like they opened up a private gun range. It was just non-stop shooting for a couple hours. I even tried going to a location close by and still just constant gunshots. Called that spot dead. Moved over to a second location. Weather was supposed to be decent, but I'm getting sprinkles in the face right now. Wind's picking up a little bit. Camped out right here at the end. Easy spot. Gonna work my way down this ridge tonight, see if we can get anything roosted. Hopefully get on another bird in the morning. So well, I hiked about 2 miles, a little over 2 miles, to the end of this point, thinking the weather would be decent enough. I could hear some gobbles. Can't hear anything 30 yards away from me with the wind and rain. In the first episode of this series, I had an opening day with multiple birds and a battle with multiple hunters. Days 2 and 3 brought a much different battle. I fought rugged terrain, dense fog, high winds, and rain. I think I might be pulling out the poncho. And to top it off, a good old cloud of spring pollen. Oh, after over 20 miles through rough terrain, with no sign, I finally found the timber chickens. Just the wrong species. As my unsuccessful opening week came to an end, a 3-day stretch of good weather at the beginning of week 2 had me feeling optimistic. Just kidding. It is April 22nd, start of the second week of Arkansas turkey hunting. It's probably one of the best weather days that we've had so far. It's a tad cool. It's about 40 degrees. It's supposed to be nice and sunny today. I think the winds are only supposed to get up to like 5 miles an hour, so that is pretty sweet. It's been kind of rainy and cloudy, low pressure and all that. Not good stuff for turkeys, but today's looking really good. I did see one hen in this area. One else scouting, I guess 2 weeks now. Other than that, I haven't heard a gobble in here yet, but if there is one, we're gonna find it. Well, it's 10 o'clock. Partly cloudy, partly sunny, however you want to look at it. But still no turkeys. But I haven't seen a turkey track or any other sign, no droppings. After another morning of no birds and no gobbles, I stopped to take a 30-minute break just before lunch. I had been sitting pretty quietly for about 25 minutes when I heard a couple of clucks on the hill below me. So I slid down in between some rocks as best I could and set up my cameras. After less than 3 minutes of some light calling, I heard something in the woods behind me. So, kind of in this thick, brushy area. This part's not so bad, but there's a lot of vines, a lot of brush, a lot of rock, uneven rock. And I was making a bunch of noise, so I was like, I'm gonna take a break, just sit here and listen for a little bit. So I heard some flapping up in the tree above me, and I turned around to look, and it was a big old woodpecker. So I turned on my camera, got a couple pictures of him. And it flew down the hill, and then I heard sounded like some clucking. And so I was like, I don't think that's a turkey, but it might be a turkey. So I real quickly set up my cameras, called a couple of times, and within minutes, I heard some noise up behind me. So here's my setup. Now I hear noise. I don't know how well you can see, but right in here is a coyote that was sneaking up behind me. Took a shot, dropped it right away. I had to spin around, switch my gun to my left hand because I'm right-handed. It failed to feed the next round, but it's not the gun's fault, it was my fault. When I switched over to my left hand, my right hand, the way I grabbed it, my thumb was right behind the action. So when the charging handle cycle, it smashed right into my thumb, but luckily we dropped that coyote for a shot. But let's walk up there, check it out. Falling all over the place. I don't know if you can see, but there's my wide right there. So she couldn't have been 13 yards behind me. Little blonde, probably about 25 pounds, not too big. It's not a turkey, but it's a turkey eater. Yeah, teeth look really clean. This would be easier if I had somebody take a picture. I have a Garmin watch, and when I'm got it on hiking mode, out by myself in the woods, hiking solo or hunting solo, but when I've got it in that mode, it's got an emergency alert. If I fall or if it senses that I've been injured, it'll send out an emergency alert to whatever contacts you choose. And I wear it on my left arm, and since I switched the shotgun over to my left arm, in the position I was in, I couldn't really get a great purchase on the gun. When I took the shot, the my Garmin said sending an emergency alert. If you can hear it in the video, that's what that alarm is. Apparently I didn't know that, but it will start an alarm sound on my phone, so before it sends, or as it's sending out the message. I had my parents calling me, asking me if I was all right. So hello.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Turkey turned around. A coyote was about 15 yards away from me, so I shot, and it set off the alert on my watch.
Did you get him?
Oh yeah. He was 15 yards behind me. Dropped him. One coyote down. No turkeys today. If you needed to know, if you wanted to know, the Garmin alert, it works. They were calling me within like 2 minutes. Anyway, gonna grab my gear and head on to the next spot. While day 4's only excitement was the new experience of being stalked by a coyote, it unfortunately ended without locating any turkeys. I was really starting to wonder if my first turkey season was just beginner's luck, and it really felt like my chances of success were dwindling. In the final episode of this season, I refused to call it quits. With 2 good days left to hunt, my patience and persistence finally leads me to another gobble. With time running out, I have no choice but to make my move.
If you like this video, do all the things. Like, comment, subscribe, and share so you can see what happens on the final episode of my 2024 turkey season validation.